We've got a job for you. What about me? I want to talk to the captain right now. You want to talk to God, fella. You're getting the gallows for poaching.
What? You can't hang a nobleman.
Jesus, wait! Hear that? That bell's tolling for you, mate. 12 more times, and the priest will come for you. Hans! But you can't! Hans, don't worry, I'll fix it! Move it! I'm a nobleman! Do you hear me? I'm a noble!
I'm Sir Hans Capon of Bergstein.
So, if you want to get out of here, you'll have to make amends and work off your debt. For a start, you can carry all the charcoal from this wagon up to the store.
Wait,
Okay, all the charcoal.
what's going to happen with Capon?
With that madman, he was poaching, so he'll swing.
But he really is a noble.
Ain't you a bit old for fairy tales, son? If you want to do something for him, pray. And best pretend you don't know him.
Your Captain Thomas can testify that we're envoys from Rattay. It's the truth, I swear.
Don't you say a word about our captain. We don't know if the poor fellow will live to see morning. They moved him during the night to the chapel at the very top of the Maiden. It seems only God can help him now.
And can I go there?
Don't fucking annoy me, fella.
What? You won't even let me pray in the chapel?
We will not. You're not allowed inside at all. And don't let me catch you snooping around there.
Why did they move your captain to the chapel? All that way up?
So he'd be closer to... And our Sawbones is away with Lord von Bergov.
Do you always ring the bells before an execution?
Aye, it's a local custom. They say back in the past, the local lord slept through a scheduled execution, and they had to release the condemned man. Don't worry, that won't happen today.
What about my things?
That's what happens to... When we set you free, you'll get your stuff back. In the worst case, we might keep something to cover the damages you caused at the wedding.
Got it. What happens when I'm done with this?
What do you reckon? You'll get another job, and when there's no more work for you, you can bugger...
That's all?
Aye? What do you... Lord von Bergov is strict, but he ain't a tyrant. But poaching now, that's another matter.
I'll get to work.
Good lad. The store's up by the gate to the inner bailey. Orsina the blacksmith is idling around somewhere there. He'll think up some job for you. Or go down to the outer bailey where they're building the scaffold near the gate. They'll be working up there for sure. And no wandering around where you're not allowed. Don't stick your nose inside the castle. Got it?
Yeah. Got it.
Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Why wouldn't they when it's true? It'll be bad, I tell you.
No, seems to me it's always the same. Bad.
Well, it'll be even worse. Look, there's a rabble running rampant.
Come on now.
Do you know where Captain...
It's true, son.
I'd like to pray with it.
A kind thought, but you can't get to Thomas. I had him moved during the night up.
Why can't I get there?
You know, the castle chapel is an important place. Only Lord von Berghoff, his kin, and a few others are allowed there.
Like you, for instance.
Naturally. It's certainly good of you to want to pray for Thomas, but you can do that anywhere without having to disturb him.
Why did you take...
The surgeon is away with Lord von Berghoff, and Thomas has got considerably worse. I don't like to say it, but there's nothing left but to pray for a miracle.
Uh-huh.
I'll go. Till we meet again.
Nice. Good food and drink.
Hey, Wojtek.
Can't you see I'm talking to someone?
I ain't seen you here.
I'm Henry.
It's great to have some new...
Oh, aye. I wouldn't want a repeat of our last disagreement.
It'd end up differently this time.
Are you also helping Wojtek's uncle?
Sure. Me and Wojtek are helping his uncle. And I'm sure Wojtek's uncle would rather he stopped gabbing and gave me a hand.
I wouldn't want to keep you lads from your work.
Thanks a lot.
You should thank me for not saying what you're really doing here. And now come and give me a hand.
That's just great.
Idling. Get hauling. Greetings.
Well, good day. Why do you think? It's from all those worries he had.
Well, how do you know that? Sometimes he invites me for a drop of wine and a bite to eat.
He didn't notice you standing there.
No, but then I clear my throat and it straightens. Looks mumbled something.
I'm sorry.
That's that.
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Jaharovka stream.
What then? Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
You could say that. They found a dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday.
You're kidding. Who was it?
Some vagabond.
God rest his soul.
And get this. Milibushka says he was in the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body.
So what? Somebody did him in and
vagabond.
chucked him into the water. But the river.
A powerful current. The dead man had been floating down the river for a week.
Greetings to you as well.
Useless. Fuck! God be with you.
I was told to come and ask you.
Nice timing.
No, but I'd be glad to learn.
That ain't worth a damn to me if I have to teach you. I got the job of fixing up this here scaffold, so it don't collapse when we... But the whole thing is fucked. I need a good carpenter's axe. There's one broad axe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina...
I could help you with that.
You could. Well, that'd be great. Go...
Sure thing.
Nom nom nom. There you go.
Here it is.
You haven't made much effort with it.
Ah.
Get on with it, though. Farewell.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn.
Farewell, my friend.
First bell. Another 11 to go. Sharp as a razor.
Where need we what?
Here it is.
Sharp without you.
And isn't it all the same whether he hangs or gets crushed by fallen timber?
Certainly not. For one thing, it would be a disgrace, because someone would have to finish him off, and no one wants to dirty their hands with that. And more importantly, I'd have to rebuild the damn thing all over again. You can't...
I think I can.
Anyway, thanks. I can't afford to fuck things up today.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got bellyache. Everyone is avoiding him like the plague.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Would you happen to know how I can get into the Maiden?
And what would you want in there?
I want to pray in the chapel.
The chapel, eh? Well, I'll be damned. I know one hand by the name of Binyak that wanted...
And did he succeed? In getting in, I mean.
Aye, he did. He climbed down into the well in the courtyard. See, there's caves under Tursky, and the well ain't actually a well, but an underground pool in one of them caves.
I know, right?
And from there, you can get to the dungeons, and then into the Maiden.
Oh,
Weird.
he sounds bold.
Oh, aye,
Okay.
but they still
no.
caught him and gave him
Big
a
hand.
whipping. And when they found out how he done it, they took the cleats out of the well wall.
What does that mean?
That the next Binyak would have to jump in and not climb down. I wouldn't fancy that.
Indeed. What was Binyak at? You don't...
No, a fella...
I'll be going.
Aye. Take care, friend.
Oh, who's looking for me? Huh? I believe it. I believe you is. Damn.
It was nice.
Excuse me. I finished hauling.
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So if you want to pass the time...
Do it sensibly. I'll just idle around.
I'd say there's plenty of work.
Aye, but I've only got work in the forge, and that ain't for everyone.
I'm a blacksmith too, even if I don't look the...
Oh, really?
My pa was a blacksmith.
Then you might actually be some use to me. At least I wouldn't have to work my... I'll tell you what, go to the forge. The fire's gone cold. I haven't had much time for, well, the trade. So fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom, and there's only one nag stabled here now that his lordship's away with his men.
All right. How many should I make?
How many legs does a horse have?
Most of it's a three-legged fowl born in a village.
Well, it depends. Usually four. But once, there was a three-legged foal born in our village.
All right, all right. You're a fool, but maybe you're a handy one.
I'm
So
not
go
gonna
and
do
make
it.
one horseshoe for the groom, all right?
But a horse
Yeah,
has
go
four.
to jail now. I'm doing
Aye, but
gotta make horseshoes for his blacksmith, I
you'll
guess.
find...
All right.
And now and when it's done... Lads! Excuse me?
That's you, bro. Whoa.
If you're after some leftovers, the kitchen's up top. I don't think there's much there, though.
Okay. Alright. Oh, it's hot.
You'll have to wait. I've been here for ages. And have to go on duty too.
I suppose you're...
Damn right. Like, I know they're preparing a banquet for his nibs, but they could have left one cook here, or at least a bit of gruel, for Christ's sake.
Ooh.
I can see if...
Hey,
You might be surprised.
Oh, I'm
I can try and find some...
haven't you got any?
Not really.
Go and look then. There's some baths down below. Them I'd go myself, but if someone...
I'll figure it out somehow. I'll be going then.
Go. And if you...
Oh, oh.
Not one step past the kitchen. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so, I didn't know. I didn't know. I'll do that.
Look down upon our Captain Thomas with the father's...
Christ, that miserable blacksmith. Where is he now?
I'll let you know. Let me know what I do. You gotta quit telling me. You gotta quit telling me about the game. You gotta quit telling me about the game. It doesn't matter. I'll know. I guarantee it. No, I'll catch up in my own time. I'm 100 hours in doing the wedding now. Let me find these food.
The second toll for Hans.
Find some food for the buddy.
Blacksmith. Where is he now?
What's the matter, good wife?
Because of that damn blacksmith. The lock on my spice chest is stuck. How am I to bake?
Can I help you?
No, unless you can pick a lock.
I know how to do it, but...
All right, I'll wait here.
Still hungry?
I wouldn't be. Thanks. At least I won't starve.
You're welcome.
What's up in there fucking going? Oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Say, I heard some...
Let me stop you right there. Preparations are underway to execute a poacher.
Oh. Okay. Let's get out of here then. Uh-huh. Damn.
Christ.
Stop right now! Surrender at once!
So I got what I needed.
It's in the camp.
Yeah, but I'm...
Never mind.
Ah! Come on up. Sorry. Go down, Nick. My bad. Get out of here. Go, 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 go. You see shit, buddy. Oh, wow.
Still no...
None at all.
But the black...
I know he is. Only he tells me...
Seems...
I wouldn't be surprised the...
How...
How do you think? And then he
Oh well.
He ought...
Thank...
Jeez.
She's...
Again?
She told...
Jesus.
I'm supposed to help out around here.
What of it? I already let you into the forge anyway. There's this small red pot on a shelf there with some lockpicks in it. But I don't suppose... Just don't get up to any funny...
Sure.
Yeah, it's nice.
So I got what I need.
It's in the castle cellars. Follow me.
Yeah, but I'm not allowed there.
Never mind that. You... What a day. I burned the rue in the morning, and then the girl told me...
See you later, my friend.
Wait, what? I gotta follow you, bitch.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time. It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Christ almighty. Pain.
The third toll. I better get moving. Do you know...
You can't... Usually.
I understand.
See you later. It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Thank you kindly, young man. If you want...
Take care, then.
Do you know how...
You can't. Usually.
I understand.
Take care, then.
Sir...
You? What are you doing? Christ! First you cause mayhem at a noble...
I noticed, sir, that something is troubling you.
How could have...
Sir, I might not look the part, but I've read a...
Don't waste...
Species de keep it, sir. Looks can deceive. As it happens, I've read many Latin and other texts. For example, the etymologies of Isidore of Seville, the writings of Abbess Hildegard of Bingen.
Well, you really...
Anyway, I'll examine you.
Yes.
Oh, ooh.
Did you get advice?
Well, so...
Yes?
It's a little...
Master Chamberlain...
All right.
I would expect...
Well, that when there's a full moon, I go to the meadow here below the castle. Naked.
Really?
What the hell?
So...
No, But there'll be a full moon soon, so I could damn well use some other advice.
I understand. With your permission...
What?
Don't worry, I'll just have a look at you.
I'm glad...
You're quite pale and rather sweaty.
When it comes upon me, I sweat a...
Your eyes are all right. Do you have ringing in your ears?
No.
Do your hands shake?
Well, I'm not the youngest, but...
All right. Tell me, Matt, does it hurt all the time, or does it come in waves?
No, not all the time. More like I get attacks.
Uh-huh. And these attacks, have you noticed whether something sets them off?
Well, it's worse when I get upset.
And does it get worse in autumn, when it gets colder?
Yes, it's usually worse in October. Then I don't even have to get upset for it to start.
Tell me, sir, what do you usually...
Well, I often eat from the banquet.
So, a lot of roasting...
Yes, and pâtés, goose, duck.
I see. Sir, I'm afraid you have a stomach ulcer. If it's not treated, you could even die of it.
Good God! What should I do?
The main thing is a strict diet. No fatty or heavy foods. In other words, you have to eat boiled white meat, poultry or fish, lots of vegetables, and gruel.
Gruel?
Yes, like the common folk. And another thing, you mustn't...
What?
That's the way. Oh, and I'll get you a herbal potion. I know exactly...
Can't you get me that potion right now?
Something's missing.
I don't have the required remedy. And unfortunately, I don't have the necessary equipment.
You're free to use the surgeon's apparatus in his study. It's upstairs in the crone. That's the second tower. Now we're under the maiden. Do you know how to get there?
I think so. But I was told to stay only in the outer courtyard. I wouldn't want to get in trouble.
Trouble? I'm the one who has trouble. Don't worry. Tell them I sent you. Just...
All right. I'll go and get...
Good.
Bye-bye.
If anything goes missing there, I'll be out.
Who are you, actually?
Me? I'm just clean.
We both know you're lying. The question is, why?
Says someone who was just sitting in a jail cell.
They let me out.
Really? Here. And what kind of
The Chamberlain sent me. He needs something for his stomach.
That slimy toad? If he doesn't watch out his...
Well, you look like you know your way around.
Why should...
Because we're birds of a feather.
How do you mean?
Well, let's just say we both go where we shouldn't be going. And
Oh, really? You must be mixing me up with someone. I just clean...
Really? Didn't you lose a comb by any chance?
What? How did you...
How? I know a thing or two.
That was pretty good, I have...
As you wish. And now I'm sure you'll be...
All right. If it's medicine you're after, the surgeon has a store across the corridor. There's all sorts of junk there, but there's one chest where he puts stuff that he hasn't used up. He locks it carefully, but you might get lucky.
And what if there's nothing interesting for me in there?
Then tough luck. That crackpot writes down everything he does. Maybe he gave someone something that might be of interest to you.
All right.
And now get out of my way.
The fourth bell. Sir, about...
Yes?
I have exact... Sir, I'd recommend that you take this... Take it after every meal.
All right. Thanks.
And now you ought to go and...
Lie down? Me? Ha!
Sir, medicine isn't enough. You also...
Oh,
And another thing. I don't want to bother you.
Yes?
I've always wanted to take a look at your chapel. I'm a great...
Oh, go away.
Thank you.
Lord Zenny's wedding like?
It was nice. Good.
You're not permitted to be here.
What was Lord Zenny's...
This place is off limits to you. Halt!
Easy now. I surrender.
You can't say you'll pay up and show me...
Look.
What are you...
Look, we're both men.
Where are you going with...
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl. She makes yarn. And you know what they say about girls?
No.
They're really good in bed. Well, this yarn spinner,
She was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. So she gives me these complicated directions on where to meet her. At high noon, I stood at the shadow of the tallest linden tree, and then all of a sudden, that girl made a run.
That's what you get.
Aye. I've had enough embarrassment.
All right, then.
Friend. It was nice. Good food.
The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time.
I hope you weren't planning on breaking in here.
Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray, go somewhere else. Unless you're a...
No, I'm not.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3 days, and the surgeon is away with Sir Otto. Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't be talking to anyone ever again.
I heard that your brother is lying in a fever, so I brought something.
Really? I don't know what to say.
God moves in mysterious ways.
Yes. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
You all to be vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug, the worst of all, a poacher. And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead.
Stop! You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Ratoy.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain...
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this! I am a nobleman, you hear? A noble!
Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
Open the gates!
My lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him. He's a noble. That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Rattay, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it?
Sir, we came to your castle in a state of desperation. Your chamberlain had the guards empty excrement on my lord's head and beat him without hearing us out. You were still at the castle then, and if he'd let us see you, maybe you wouldn't have left and wouldn't have been ambushed. And if that wasn't enough, when he had Sir Hans arrested, he refused to believe who he was, even though not only I told him, but your Captain Thomas too.
I must say you have courage, youngster. But I expect I would also be in such a foul mood if the same had happened to me.
Sir!
Best be quiet, Ulrich. We will talk about that another time. And I apologize to you for that unpleasantness. At least it ended better than it might have. Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Rattay showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlavan together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy.
But we can all point the finger. Your League of Lords, although I don't doubt your reasons, just as Sir Hanush did.
We certainly had. The main one being that your Wenzel is an irresponsible drunkard and idler who is hurting the Empire by his inactivity. But let us leave that aside. Tell me.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas.
Let us say
Sir Hanush and the other lords, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
If anyone's a traitor, it's
Henry!
That's all right, Lord Capon. Your escort speaks from the heart. I respect that. But is not a monarch who neglects his responsibilities to his realm more a traitor than one who wants to put it to rights? Or do you regard your Wenzel as a good king
You're right. The more I hear about Wenceslas, the less regard I have for him.
Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzik are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy, so we have common interests, too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed, you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, if I sent a common messenger, he'd come back with a boot print on his backside. Dealing with the lower nobility can be tricky. They tend to be fixated on their own somewhat fragile status.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
What should we do if he's unwilling to heed what we say?
His house has always been loyal to mine. And it has always been more than worth their while. So tell him that I would like it to remain so. I do not expect any great obstacles. But it would be wise to show Sir Jaromir respect by sending him someone of status. He will take his time over being persuaded, and then concur, as he always has done.
I'll get to him somehow, sir.
I expect nothing less from you.
Is the route safe?
As I said, the fortress is in the wilderness amongst the cliffs.
Don't worry, sir. I have Henry here by my...
We'll take care of it, sir.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible.
Very well. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize anyone?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind.
You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Uri here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount, and therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me. So, Sir Hans, allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offence.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realise it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realised that.
You couldn't have realised? Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more I apologise. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today. Silence is golden, eh? Nevertheless, welcome to Trotsky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell, and that we're sometimes plagued by demons here. But don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence. It's demanding enough keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for straight... very easy to get lost. Careful. The jail cells are down there. But I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you?
Unless you're planning to accommodate me in the dungeons, I'm not interested.
Be at ease, we're almost there. Here it is. You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift from our gracious lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stables. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and pack for you, or tell him you keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads.
always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you. How can I help? Show me your... I'd like to do something about... Fine! And a good day to you, friend. What would you like? Show me your... Oh well, what can you do? Farewell then.
Praise the Lord.
I heard some interesting books from Prague have arrived at the castle. There's one I'd like to borrow. A sand-coloured cover.
Yes, several rare and astonishing books. But why are you interested in an alchemist's cookbook, of all things?
I've heard there are some interesting ideas in it. Every alchemist is in dogged pursuit of wisdom, especially those from Prague.
Perhaps you know more about that book than I do. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. Lord Nickvard Libak helped me sort the new books at the time, and the one you're looking for caught his attention. He left with it before I could even discover what it's about. All I remember is the author's initials, B.B. I'm fairly benevolent when it comes to lending books, and I appreciate Nickvard's help, but he's had it borrowed for an excessive amount of time now. I'd like to ask him to return it, but he's been avoiding me. You think I have? It seems I've... But Nick... The price... But as I said, I've managed... I'm surprised that he's ever spoken to Nickford is a loner. Which now that he's decided to leave his show. But I'm afraid that...
I thought you had the book on you. But since you don't, I'm not going to go around looking for it.
That's a pity. Yeah, I'll just have to hope Nickford's conscience will catch up with him and he'll come by himself. Continue investigating. I might have time for that once the papal schism is over.
Organize it. Uh-oh. God, I am not gonna break you though. It's still my last pick for that.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
Greetings. What? Farewell.
I'm here for some horse tack.
Christ, what? I've got the tack ready, but so kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or not. See you later, my friend.
Oh, you know what you want me to build? I'll take this horse. Good.
I took a look.
And?
I'll take
Good. He ain't the fastest, but he'll work his little... An honest stock, I've heard that.
There are nomads around here.
Aye. I hear their camp is somewhere in the rocks by Rock Tower Pond. They've got horses there. God knows how they came by them.
Well, useful to know. So I can avoid such places.
Well, let's not forget about your horse. He's there in the stables, so go and get him. You do know how to ride, don't you?
Ah, don't worry. I'm right at home with horses. I learned to ride with cumans on my tail, and arrows whistling past my head. A tough school it was.
Well, I'll be damned. I never heard such a thing before. But even an experienced horseman like you needs equipment, as you well know. You can tack him up yourself, right?
Sure. Thanks.
It was good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you too, buddy.
gonna do? I'll have a look. Let's talk about the... Very well. Pleasure doing business. Take care. I'll have a look at the... Let's talk about... All right. Do you accept that? Thank you. Had a good day. You, friend. What are you here for, friend? What do you have? That's stolen.
Oh.
What do Let's talk about... All right. How's this? That sounds... Very well. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
Damn. Oh.
Easy. Good horse. Whoa. Whoa. I'd like to learn. Why not? I like a longsword. Such a hit with the pommel. Would you like me to show you? I see you've got... Ah, I'd love to. But Father Nick... Oh, wait a mo. The guards found something on this one thief. They wanted to go looking for it. But I took the map from them. Would you be... I'd rather we played for it. Here's the... I'm curious to... I'm ready. We can go.
We can't. We wouldn't make it to Novakov and back by sunset. We'll meet at the second gate tomorrow at sunrise.
Excuse me.
Jesus Christ, be...
What can I do for...
I'd like to...
Certainly.
I'd like...
Excellent.
I'll gladly pay...
You certainly won't.
Oh, nice.
Look, don't try that again. I've no need for stuff like that.
Oof.
I'd rather wash miners' clothes than this.
Right, Lou. Had to be done.
How long have you been serving in Trotsky?
And what are you after, anyway?
Nothing.
So, you thought, well, you won't, fella me lad. So, best...
That bitch up. see nothing. I need cigars.
What's that? Was that you? Ah, never mind then.
No, it's not. Nobody feels that shit, boy.
Damn.
There's 70 lockpicks. Oh, catch him. just stole everything from the blacksmith. I just stole everything from the blacksmith. That's funny. I can learn how to make all these weapons now. Yep, I'm on that. I'll learn that. Learn that. And I'll learn that thing. Oh. Yeah, we got it. Wow. Let me just put all this shit in here for later. That in there, that in there, that in there. Everything I just stole, man. Put it up to the box. Safe clean. What's the orange? Oh, no. Bam. 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 Boom. Boom. Nice. We'll see everything. Let me see where, just in case it doesn't work out when I wake up. I just took everything, so fuck it. Nice.
God be with you.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
Yeah. Looking up to my room. That person. Oh, no, I didn't.
Come on. Well, should we set off for Nabokov? I don't think I can tolerate another day under one roof with that idiot Schomburg.
Ah, fuck him. We're here on account of von Bergov. I have a feeling he won't be giving him a pat on the back either for the way he treated us.
I suppose you're right. But I won't be fucking humiliated. A jump-top tosser like that isn't going to get high-handed with the Lord of Perkstein.
I agree. Although, the Lord of Perkstein can also act pretty haughty at times.
Look, I know I behave like an idiot, but...
That happens to the best of us. But you can rely on me. Always. We had a disagreement, that's all. Who doesn't sometimes? You're the closest friend I have left.
Thank you, Henry. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to have you as my page. You know, Hanush assigned you to me as a kind of punishment, but now I wouldn't want anyone else by my side. You have my word as a nobleman.
And you have my word as a blacksmith that I'll stand by you, even if it isn't always easy going.
Then your word must be as firm as steel. But I take my promises seriously too. And since I made a promise to Bajena, we have to repay our debt.
Don't worry about it. I took care of it on behalf of both of us.
You did? My word, Henry. You are a true Bellator. Only half by birth, but your heart is filled with blue blood.
Thanks, Hans.
How is she getting on, actually? I hope she hasn't had any trouble on account of us.
Not on account of us, no. But... well, it's a complicated story. And not a pleasant...
Jesus. I'm sorry to hear that, but right now I'm not in the mood for sad stories. You can tell me another time, but now Nabokov awaits us. It's high time we set out so we can get back before nightfall. Carpe diem.
I'm ready.
Let's mount up then. It's nice to be out under the open sky. I was feeling really cramped in those gloomy corridors up there. But I can't deny, this is a real fucking castle. Never seen anything like it before. Perkstein is just a little fortress in comparison. Von Berghoff certainly knows how to make an impression.
That's true. Von Berghoff must be loaded.
I expect the office of the Royal Chamberlain is a nice earner. Or maybe he shits gold ingots. Fuck. This place makes me feel queasy. Memento mori. I could have croaked here and gone off to join my old man in eternity. God rest his soul. Then he'd ask me, "So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life?" And I'd have to tell him, "Well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hanged me for poaching." Christ on a stick. I can't have that. When I go to the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better.
You're telling you had a beautiful wife and lots of kids. That the House of Perkstein continues in glory. Blossoms.
Only I'm still waiting for my damned inheritance, and I don't have a wife yet. Thank God. Damn it. I need to get my mind on other things, and get the feeling I'm living. Let's really spur these horses on, eh? What'd you say?
How can I refuse you anything?
There's a junction beyond Troskowitz with a roadside...
Oh God.
Go! Quick! God! Quick! Go! Go! Quick! Quick!
We took off.
Go! Go!
Christ! My head feels a lot clearer.
I'm glad to hear it.
Thanks for riding.
Think nothing of it. So,
well, like I say, I can see everything. I'm the Lord of fucking Perkstein. Let everyone know who they have. Splendid. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dentes fortuna, Juve!
quick! Go!
We turn right here.
the playthrough.
So, we're here. What now, Sir Hans?
Now, I expect someone will come to greet us. And hopefully not like they did in Trotsky.
Hey, so Yaromir don't receive visitors. You'll have to leave.
I beg your pardon. See to it that he receives me immediately.
Can't be done. Sorry about that.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Lipa, and I am here with a message from Lord von Berghoff. So get to it. And if you keep me waiting here much longer, you'll be sorry.
Please be patient for a while, sir.
My word. You got a sharp tongue sometimes. But what if he won't receive us?
He will. Just wait and see.
Come along. Sir Yaromir will be here any moment.
See?
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
Please excuse our precautions, gentlemen. These are evil times. Well then, Yaromir of Nabokov at your service. And whom do I have the honor of welcoming to my humble seat?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I am honored, Sir Yaromir. Sir Otto von Berghoff asked me to convey to you his cordial greetings, and to parley with you in the matter of the security of this domain.
Certainly, certainly. These are troubled times indeed. Please accept my hospitality, sir. You're surely thirsty after your journey, and you'll have greater comfort in the tower.
An excellent idea. If I may ask that our horses may not...
Pelzel!
But I've already got 15...
Hurtle has other...
15 horses? My word, sir. You must be doing all right for yourself.
Not entirely. But fortune smiled on me for once at least.
On me too, one could say. I suppose so. Tell me, sir.
Well, it's a lot, but I'm guessing von Berghoff didn't send you here to find out how well off I am. Or did he?
No, he didn't. I apologize, Sir Yaromir. So, let's proceed to the real reason he sent us. Henry, be prepared. I won't keep Sir Yaromir very long.
Certainly.
Michael, you take Henry here under your wing and make sure he's well taken care of.
Certainly. Henry, eh? Michael's my name, and I welcome you to our little place. It's not the fanciest fortress ever, but you know, I like it here. It serves us well. How was your journey? All good?
Aye. Lovely country. A feast for the eyes.
Well, that's nice to hear, especially from someone from far-off parts. But I must say, my throat is dry. And maybe yours too, eh? Come along with me. We'll soon fix that. I'll make you feel at home and we can have a chat. As I said, the fortress may be small, but the work never stops. Right now, we're repairing the fortifications down there, so don't get under the lad's feet. But you can drop in on Pelzel and check how he's looking after your horses. We're rolling some dice, eh? We've got none of guesswork, so don't all be shy. Invite him to play if he finds himself at a loose end. At least he'll show you how your betters play.
Right you are, Michael. You can rely on me.
And you, Ertul, have you got shit for brains? You've got a guess, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know.
Shut your gob and attend to your duties.
Right, I'm going.
So you've heard then. I hope you won't disappoint Svert and pass some time with him.
I'd love to have a day.
Glad to hear it. You're a good lad. I can tell just by looking at you. His work has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your horse will wear a hole down the hill one day, and you'll fall down in it. Dice and all. But now to the important business. There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with, so help yourself. And I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories. I heard Lord von Berghoff him, so what?
He's calling his loyal men to arms. To fight back against the bandits running rampant in the region.
Now you're talking. It's about time. They've been causing trouble around these parts as well. How many men does Lord von Berghoff have?
I don't know. Trotsky is so big, I couldn't guess how many men there are there.
Well, hopefully enough. I bet my left nut Lord Yaromir will send me. Tell me one thing, though, because I can't wrap my head around it. Why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of some Lord of Pirkstein and his escort?
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to Lord Yaromir. So he didn't send just anyone.
Ah, the way of the nobles. Not something I know much about, but you do, it seems. So your master, Lord Capon of Pirkstein, is somehow significant.
One of the most significant in the kingdom of...
Well, you're lucky you're with him, and you're his, what, page?
His escort. I give advice when he asks for it. But mostly I take care of his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel with Lord Yaromir, but he barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always getting up to something.
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. And since you're here, what would you say to a bit of a friendly duel? You've got time to kill, and me too. Let's do something to shorten it. We can do something dignified. We'll clash arms for the glory of our masters. You for yours, me for mine.
I accept your offer. I'd fight for Lord Capon any time.
Then you're the right man in the...
I don't want to...
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a... If you insist. Sir Yaromir, but they couldn't give it to him or something, so they gave him horses and... See? Complicate...
No, you are right.
Just so.
Let's do it.
You don't have to ask. We've got some blunt old weapons. We don't want to hack it.
That's sensible.
We'll do it in a little court.
Some sort
of choice fit. Give me a moment. Well then. Ready?
Let's go. Glory to Lord Capon.
Watch out! Michael is one of the best.
For glory and carnage, die!
Hey! Fuck that!
You're no match for me!
Cut the bullshit and fight! No time! Christ! Shit!
Ooh. Dueling this guy.
Death!
Oh!
Yeah, I'll do the nasty fit too. Ah! Oh, good. Got it. Oh. Oh.
A good fight. An honourable.
Yeah, I'd say. I haven't had such a good stretch in a long time.
Lord Capon's...
Ha! All honour to you. Here you go. Something to remember Nabokov by on your... If you're feeling a bit sore, go and see Clara. She'll be in that house beneath the smithy. She'll be happy if you... I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, or try Pelzel in the state, and if you want to train some other battle skills, you can practice archery with Mark. Good day to you. Excuse me.
I apologize.
apologize.
Oh.
Well, I can't remember.
Aye, but nor did he. He knocked me about a bit. I was wondering if you'd take a look at my wounds, if you've got a moment.
That's what I'm here for. Show me, so I know if I need to apply ointment, stitches, or the saw.
Surely won't be all that bad.
Don't worry, Sir Knight. You'll live here in one piece. Well, I've done what I could. Better now?
Aye. Much better. Thanks a lot.
I'm glad.
Henry.
Oh, I'm Clara. Nice to meet you.
My sword is at your service, miss.
Blimey! No one's ever said anything like that to me before. But it's...
My legs.
I have to go and get fresh herbs for our sick folks. It's not far, but I'll be grateful for an and protect. And if you tell me about your chivalrous deeds...
I will be only too happy to escort such a comely maid.
Comely? Come on then, let's go. If I don't get back soon, shall we go? Our little fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights. Or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
Once, I was on the trail of this scoundrel, but the sly fox hid in the cloisters of Sasau Monastery, so I had to become a novice to track him down.
Good heavens! So you're actually a monk?
That's not important. The key thing is, I found him and dispensed justice. When I'm given a task, nothing stops me.
We'll see, we'll see. Tell me more, please.
All right then. Some time ago, my native region, far from here, was plagued by a gang of bandits. I tracked them, and it wasn't easy, until I found their secret stronghold in an abandoned village. A battle broke out. I fought my way to the loft of a run-down church. There, I found their leader and killed him in a duel.
You really aren't any run-of-the-mill man-at-arms. At least I have nothing to fear when I'm with you. Thank you for telling me your stories. It's nothing like my life. I just patch up the lads when they come back cut up and bruised, like last time. But I have other talents too.
Who the fuck you taking to me?
This really is. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass and take it easy. But I can't.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded. When the ointments and concoctions run out, they reach for the liquor. And if his lordship found out I was dawdling, he'd have...
Just so Yaramir treat you...
Not at all. He's a good master, but strict still. Now you're here, you can help me with those herbs. Then
For dawdling? I can.
maybe I'll tell you some stories in return.
I know quite a bit about her.
Really?
In that case, you'll need sage and chamomile.
Aye, I've got enough chamomile. It's the rest I need, since you know all about it. It all grows in the glade here.
I think I'll manage.
I apologize.
Yeah,